put that down.
You sure did. And speaking of things done and did, it is a Monday night. It is perfect for us. About 5-6 minutes late, like the place we love to live. And it's Monday, dude. How you
Wait,
doing?
is it Monday? How you doing?
Yeah, it is Monday.
I
I
just got
had
back in town yesterday from New York Comic Con, but we're here. We're here.
I'm very jealous. My weekend was hell, but all things are good. All things are good. I can't complain now. Things are on the right track, but wow, tell you what, it was a whirlwind weekend, and I know everybody out there at New York had a hell of a time, yourself included, obviously. Good Lord.
I think I aged a month there. It was
Usually you
four
make
days.
me usually you make me age a month every time I go out there with you. I'm kind of glad I missed this one. That's the whole thing, guys. You guys just don't know, right? Like it's different when we're doing a live sale because we're both just working 24/7 and it's just not a chance to it. But when you go to a con with Theo, it's it's um it's it's like it's like going with Anthony Bourdain to it's just the guy's just running fucking amok everywhere. It's it's food, it's cursing, it's booze, and
You,
it's
you know
just
what the one thing I
bouncing
love
from club to
too?
club to club.
You know what the one thing I loved at this particular con? Um, I don't consider like cutting a line, right? But when
Yeah.
I was going and digging through vintage books, there were a lot of times where I would know the dealer, whoever. I'm like, hey, what's up? Me from Instagram, whatever. I haven't been here in a year, whatever. I'd be like, do you have anything else besides what's here? He's like, oh yeah, come around the back. I got a bunch of books. And I'm like, oh sweet. So everyone's there digging all these dollar books. I would just go whoop right behind the booth, just.
Dude, yeah, I remember looking
One,
for you a couple of times
one
and I'm
one dude
hiding
was
you
like,
inside
"What the
people's
fuck's
booths.
in there, Range?" I'm like,
I
"Don't
know.
worry about, don't worry about this box, bro."
You can't see me. No, I remember having to go look for you a few times, and there'd always be like a random ass shop, and I just go by it and like, oh, there he is on the floor in a box. God damn it, Theo! Like we're supposed to be at booth ABCDEFG in like 5 minutes to go live. I'll be there. Hold on, I'll just give you a minute. Just a minute.
And then if it's not that, it's talking to people, getting signature. I did a lot of signatures at this last one.
Did you guys
Um,
did you fake being a bouncer at a club like we did that one night when we were in San Diego when people like started waiting in line in front of
no,
because you
no,
had your suit on.
no.
I had a black jacket with like a white shirt on kind of thing, and they're just like people just started waiting in line behind us. We just turned and looked at them like, the fuck are you guys doing here? I really just wanted to be like, give me your ID. Let me look at it. Yeah, it's okay. Just
Oh,
really
hey, there's
wanted.
people in the chat. What's up, guys?
Hey, 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 check it
Well,
out.
let's say hi to some of these spicy bastards. Huh?
ET, Polis, Blue Lantern. Hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, man.
Alaska, bro. What are you doing in Alaska?
Yeah, what the heck, dude? Good Lord. You know what? And on that note, let's get started. Let's get started. Oh, so much is about to.
Man, that intro just made me think, man, we got to do some more YouTube.
I know. It's been a minute.
I got a
right?
lot of clips to put up.
There's a lot of new clips. We need to call Posh and be like, hey, we've got a lot of clips. Do you think you make 5 or 6 intros real quick? Hey, LaCruz says, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm shipping Rocket and watching for Bears. Yeah,
There's a lot of ruckus over this thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ruckus over this
So
thing.
tell us the Spawn experience, the Peach the Bogo, Todd McFarlane team up of.
So
what
here,
Spawn
for
issue is
anybody
that?
that hasn't seen it,
What Spawn issue is that, Theo?
I believe this is number 1. Let me double check though. Let me
Okay.
double check. Hold on.
I have no idea.
99%. Oh no, 358. Why did I
Oh,
think it
cool.
was a one? Oh no, it's because I bought a couple of them. Look at this.
Ah, nice. It's a pretty book. So tell us
Oh,
a
it's great. I mean,
story.
if you look at the details on here, yeah, it's definitely a nice freaking book. However, obtaining this thing was another story. So long story short, this was a print run of 1,000 books. It was 500 signed and 500 unsigned. Um, and it was limited to three per person, right?
Oof.
It was
Oof.
only dropped on Friday of the con. If you had an exhibitor badge or a press badge or anything like that, you couldn't get this book,
Oh, no shit.
right? So I had an exhibitor badge. I was helping out a friend of mine who had a booth. So you know what I had to do?
You had to go buy a badge?
Me and Godly Comics, shout out to my boy, we had to go wait outside. And as like people, like people are like scalping, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, you got any tickets? Hey, I was one of those people at like 9:30, 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and I had to buy a 1 day pass from somebody. I think I bought it for like $100, $150, something like that. I Zelled them, got it, had to go in. Then I had to go wait in line. And now this is where this is where the story starts. Okay. So already what I told you was a pain in the butt to get this, right?
Yeah.
Like I literally had to jump through a lot of freaking hoops. Okay. And then, mind you, this is the only one I have left. I traded the other two copies. We'll talk about that. So we had to wait in line. I get there. It's me, Godly, a couple of us. We all have our day passes. We're ready to go. We're like right in the upper middle, like not in the middle, not back, like right in right near the front, right?
Yep.
Eventually we get noticed by the con. Hey, you guys got to change lines. You got to change where you're at. You can't block up all these vendors. We're like, okay. So then we go and shift in the hallway. We get to the hallway. The con security or something say, hey, you guys can't stay here this entire time. The fire marshal's going to shut it down. We're
Yep.
like,
Makes sense.
okay. So they moved us again. And it was on the third time. That's when an altercation happened. And it was because people that were in the back of the line were now getting put into the front. And the people in the front were getting put in the back.
Oh,
Bro, bro, you want to talk about cut in line? Talk about half of the front of the line now getting put to the back.
yeah.
So chat, I want you guys to absorb that for a second. Imagine you go through all the hoops, you're in the front of the line, you're waiting for 2 to 3 hours, and then you have to move again, and you have to move again, and then the third time you get pushed to the back. That is when everybody started pushing, yelling, all that stuff, right? No fists were thrown. Okay. Despite the rumors, there were no fists. A couple people got pushed to the ground, but that's because it was more of like a herd
Yeah.
stampede, right?
Yeah. Somebody
And
got
as
kicked
that
in.
was happening, a bunch of us that saw it and we kind of like broke it up, made sure we made like a big circle. That's when it was a lot of pushing, yelling, but we were trying to get people up off the ground.
Yeah.
So nobody got hurt, no fists were thrown, but it was all out chaos.
And
All
this
out
is
chaos. Bro, there were no ropes, there were no signs, front of line, back of line, nothing. It was
I
chaos.
I don't think Peach is ever coming back to New York.
I really hope that's not the case because I saved one unsigned copy I want to guys, I want to get Todd McFarlane and Peach Momoko to double sign this bad boy. Okay. This
Oh
thing
yeah.
is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
rage circle. It was basically a rage circle. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
basically a rage circle. Um, I was the only one too that I think had top loaders. I saw nobody with a top. Dude, my friends were trying to buy a top loader off me. I'm like, get out of here. What are you talking about? Nobody brought a
No.
top loader. Guys, bring top loaders to Comic Cons. I can't stress that enough. So I get my books. You're allowed three copies. Um, Most of the unsigned copies by the time I got there were like almost gone, dude. So there was a bulk of signed copies left. So I'm like, okay, well, let me get two signed and one unsigned so I can save this for a future signing. And I took the other two copies And shout out to Good Life on Instagram. Phil, I don't think I told you this one. He is the individual that gifted me the John Wick signed by Keanu.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know he was going to be at the con, but he pulled me off to the side and he was like, "Hey, Ray." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "What's up,
So
dude?"
I got to meet. Yeah.
And
Nice.
I was asking, I was like, "Were you able to get the Spawn book?" And he was upset that he wasn't able to get it. So I was like, "Well, if you could pick a signed or unsigned copy, what would you like?" He was like, "Well, I'd take a signed copy all day." I was like, "Okay." Well, I go in my backpack right here. I'm like, "Here, you take this one." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, you gave me like a grail of mine. This
Yeah.
is like the least I could do." And I took the other signed copy and traded it for vintage raw books.
Oh,
And I
nice.
kept this one. Yeah. So that's my peach story, but it was chaos.
Next con go to, I'm going to
It
start selling
was
comic supplies.
chaos, bro. Oh, bro, every time I go to a con, ask Phil. My backpack is filled with top loaders, cardboard. I bring short boxes,
Yep.
the store folio. It's a thing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys haven't looked at my Instagram, I picked up a bunch of books, slabs, raws. I picked up
Yeah,
three
you picked
short
up some
boxes.
oddballs in that fucking collection, dude. There's
Yeah,
some,
guys, we can't even say the titles of some of the oddballs.
yeah, we're still small, but we don't want to get banned.
Yeah,
That's
so yeah, check out my Instagram. Look at that pickup. That is some of it's intense. Just letting
yeah.
you
There's one in
know.
there in particular that I immediately was like, no way, you like what the is that? And I'm glad
Ryan, I
you know
think you've
you
already
had the
looked at
same
it.
reaction everybody else had too. So I'm glad.
All I have to say is that it predates Captain America by 1 year, guys. So if you like that type of stuff, you go take a look.
That's crazy. It was crazy, but at any rate, yeah, yeah.
If
Then
I
we
oh question, Phil, if I do a post with that, can Instagram take it down?
if somebody reports it, I mean,
Why
but
would
at the
why
same
could it be
time, too,
reported though?
there's no symbols on there, which are the major offensive things. I mean, it's just like making a historical post, right? So no, I don't think so.
Well, I
Um,
mean, there's symbols on a cap one. That
it's
doesn't get
topical.
taken down.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think so. I mean, if there's nudity on one, you got a bunch of boobs everywhere. I think you'd probably have more of an issue. But no, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's something that somebody could technically say is offensive. But unfortunately, in today's world, it just takes a person who just feels offended every other minute to just, oh, I'm offended today. So yeah, I think you're safe though. It wouldn't be anything to me in my mind that the Instagram bots are going to pick up on right away, or at all. To be honest, I don't think it's anything like that. Even if you did, you could still, you could still fight it, and they would just take it right back, put it right back.
All right.
So yeah, I don't see anything offensive with it,
All right.
my opinion.
Cali Comics, what's up, man?
But yeah, it was. What was that here?
But no, it was fun. I posted a reel. I brought Mark Jeweler comic books with me, and I met a lot of the creators and artists of those books, such as a Willow One, Mark Jeweler. I had Bob Hall sign that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got a Nom One, Mark Jeweler. I had Michael Golden and Larry Hama sign that one.
So you spent a lot of time actually getting autographs this time, because I know the
Yeah,
times we've
yeah, I
gone.
did. I posted a reel. Yeah, I did a lot of signatures. I had a lot of 25th anniversary border, the
Yeah,
iconic.
yeah.
Those were all Mark Jewelers. I had Al Milgrom sign all those. Chris Claremont, I got Sigs, Joe Rubenstein. It was pretty good. I Starenko, I had him sign a really
I
nice
saw
Captain
your
America
reel.
110, bro. And I
Yeah.
tell you, it was timing when I moved. He didn't even do it when I moved the book. He was just like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I had him
Oh
sign
yeah,
in
dude.
white too. Did you see it? Oh God.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh,
good books got.
nice. Nice, Ryan. Got a sketch cover that Ken Lashley did for me. That's dope.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, the Willow was sick, dude. That is pretty freaking
The Willows. Even when I was submitting at CGC, everyone next to me, CGC was like, "Is that a Willow?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a Mark Jeweler." They were like, "What the fuck?"
Hell yeah, dude. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
good stuff. It was good
Nice.
stuff.
So who all did you run into? Who from the
Uh,
how many people from the community did you get to catch up with?
oh, I mean, A lot. I mean,
Shout out some of the listeners you got out there, dude. Just give them a
I
holler.
mean, I'm
See 'em so and
hung out
so.
with Godly Comics, Desired Comics, Golden Age Guru. We were at
Yeah,
his
those three
booth.
don't fucking count though. They're
Silver
everywhere.
Age Comics. Of course, we hung out with the guys over at Elite and Brittany over at CGC. Shout out to Danielle, Nerdy Girl Comics. Right, she made an appearance. Um, a lot of people from the eBay and whatnot world. Hung out with a lot of those people. So it was a good time.
Well, I'm just gonna say it, but Godly and Desired and Jeff don't really count. They're like strange reoccurring rashes on our ass. Every time we go to a con, they're there. So they don't count. They don't count. Unless they're in the chat, then I'll tell them they count for a minute. But yeah, the rest of the time they don't count. But love those guys. Big hearts. No, I miss those guys. It was always great.
Actually, I bumped into Kamikaze. I bumped into Swaggle House.
Oh, good.
I bumped into Ken and Base. Bumped into Coastal Line, Brixo, and 360 Comics had a booth. I bought books from them.
I feel like everybody. I feel like there was a lot.
I bumped into so many people, bro. I'm forgetting who I bumped into. Man.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's the thing about every con, but that's the best part about it is
half the people we got coffee, walked around. There was moments though, like most of the books I found when I was alone, because when you hunt with other people, get distracted, somebody looks in a box before you, whatever it is, right? So there was moments in the con where like I would disappear because and then they'd be like, "Where'd you go?" I went hunting. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I went to go dig through boxes." They're like,
yeah, and it doesn't help too, because as the people we hang out with are generally of the same mindset usually when it comes to collecting. So even if you do, like, if they are a box ahead of you, the things that you would be looking for are probably gone. I know especially if it's like Nigel right in front of me, like usually when you see something, I'm much more of a modern guy. You'll actually just grab out of the box and like, you'll want that. You probably want that. Usually you're right. But like when I'm with Nigel though too, Nigel's a little bit all over the place like me at times too. He definitely has his bang, but he leans modern too at times. Sometimes
me and Godly were doing pretty well because it was like we made a deal, right? I was like, you find cheap ASM and X-Men, I get it. If I come across Simpsons Futurama, I'll let you. We were just boom, boom.
Yeah. It makes it easier that way. It makes it.
It does. You just got to have a truce, and that's it.
Dude, I definitely miss seeing the guys this weekend. It would have been good, but too much stuff going on. Didn't even get the chance to really even book it, but then a whole bunch of crap over the weekend, and it's just been a little pandemonium in life. But you know how that goes. It's always something. So
I do. Yeah, 4 kids are kicking my butt, dude.
So
I paid the wife to take him out to dinner tonight.
Yeah. Dad's been home for a day. Everybody out. Everybody out.
I'm like, I'm done.
I was living with 3 children in that fucking hotel, and now I'm back with all of you guys. So, did you see the Scott Williams foils? I did not see.
I did not see the Scott Williams foil. Honestly, this was the only exclusive that I bought.
Yeah.
This is it. And honestly, this is my first con since New York Comic Con last year. As many of you may or may not know, I do Instagram live sales, but I sell on eBay live now. I don't know. I'm kind of only getting exclusives that I like, if that makes sense.
Yeah. As opposed to ones that are being shoveled at you.
Well, right. I'm just getting the ones that I like, ones that maybe I think, some of my customer base might like, and that's about it,
Yeah.
I'm not hitting it as hard as I was the past couple of years. And I don't think it's the same as it used to be quite honest.
I'd agree with that. Circumstances, always good to see this asshole making it around. When are you going to come on the show, dude? When are you going to stop working?
Put a link in the chat in like 5 minutes. Let's see him jump in here, motherfucker.
You got 5 minutes, homie. Every single time.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. Keep going. Then I'll show you something else. Keep going.
I'm still trying to get the Absolute Batman Akira homage. Is that the one that
that one was cool, but
is that the KRS one?
I don't know what the print count was on that. I think it was pretty big.
Yeah. Well, usually it's I don't know. Maybe I missed that one. But yeah, go ahead and show what you were going to talk about.
All right, so this is like I'll post more, but this is a
Oh, Jesus
taste.
Christ, this fucking thing. I'm gonna let you take
Yep,
100% screen on this thing.
this is a taste of the collection that I picked up. I picked up a massive mutant collection. So Excalibur, New Mutants, X Force, X Factor, X Man, X Men, Silver Age, Bronze, Copper, Modern. This is how the entire collection was stored. Needless to say, I worked out a really good deal with the seller of this because nothing's bagged and boarded. Granted, he kept it all in a bookcase in his house.
Did he pay you to take those off of him? Because that's the only way I think I could do that. Because that
Look
there's
at
not
this
even a
fucking thing,
board in
dude.
those things. There's not even
So
a
let's take a
board.
look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at. Oh,
Are there books on like both sides of the
actually, I
bag?
take it back. Look, look, look. So I think it
Oh,
was the older books were unbagged, but a lot of the moderns.
oh, thank God. Well, thank goodness,
Yeah.
because comic book shops generally,
But
if you
look
go
at
to
that.
if you go to a good shop, they're bagged and boarded for you, Theo. I'm just letting you know.
Wow. Hey, hey, you know what? I'm not a comic book shop. Shot. Yeah, that's a shot at all the shop owners. Yeah.
Tell you what. Oh, dude.
How
Yeah.
crazy is that,
But
though?
you know what though? It is definitely organized, but
Oh, this is
man,
the most organized I've ever seen a collection in my
how
life.
many how many of those binders do you have there now?
It's 3,500, and this is
Oh my God.
421 to 450. So what is that? 25 bucks? No,
Holy shit,
20.
dude. You gotta have hundreds of those.
I got a lot of binders, bro.
Ah, dude.
I'll tell
That
you
is
what,
some awful
my
shit.
kids will never need a binder again for school their entire
Oh
life.
my God, dude. You're gonna be throwing every single one of those you can at somebody pretty soon.
No, I think I'm gonna donate it to a school.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, I think I'll donate the binders
Or
to
a
a school.
children's hospital. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. So I mean, with the sleeves, everything. It's same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. No, that's a good call. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a freaking good way to organize something. But I just can't fathom how many like like I can fit
I gotta
200
buy a
books in
lot
a
of bags
short
and boards
box.
now.
But I can fit 200 books in a short box, right? Like you could barely fit like 5 of those binders in a
It'd be
short. Like
like
this
4 or 5
is
binders per short box. Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
No, 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 I'm out.
Needless to say, this is gonna get pushed off into another area of my other books. Just like
Dude, you don't have any other fucking areas, do you? You just have, I mean, seriously, you still got that giant collection you got not too long ago, and you only sold like what, like 10 of the short boxes of that just last week. That's,
well, it was a 250 short box collection. Out of that one, I'm down to 150 now.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
sorry, y'all. Fuck that noise.
hey,
You know,
this is why people call us in. Okay.
I'm having a hard enough time parting with just these shelves of lenses and stuff like that because I'm changing over all of my tech and equipment. Because like every couple of years, when you work in different kinds of industries and you got to kind of upgrade and move things around, and I've got old collectors lenses and stuff like that. So I'm blowing those out the next 2 weeks, and then I'll be resetting with a bunch of new stuff. So you'll see some new, pretty much a new office for Phil in that regard. But
So, guys,
that's
if
easy.
you guys need lenses,
That's easy.
hit up your boy.
Oh, actually, no, these are already sold. They're going to get conditioned. So the good, like you with comics, and you can just say, I got this. And people say, yes, I want that. I've been able to do that from the he just disconnected himself, guys. He was so excited to show off his cute little book, and then all of a sudden he's just like, oh, whoops, I hit the wrong button. Look at this guy.
I didn't hit anything.
Welcome to amateur hour.
Anything.
Well, you turned around, so it was perfect timing. It was just right for tech to come in. You were hiding from tech. That's exactly
Oh,
what
man.
it is. But yeah, dude, it's these things are finding a new home, and I'm looking at some new toys. So things are gonna get a little weird content wise. So it's all good though. All
I
good.
like weird.
Yeah. Getting back to some basics. It's going to take some time, but I had a lot of time over the weekend to think about it and where I'm going and what I'm doing, and going to be a few changes as far as things go. But content wise, there'll be some interesting things coming. Interesting things coming. So yeah. At any rate, I
Nice.
digress. Otherwise, what's the next con you're looking at going to, buddy? I know it's been a year. You left New York was what you left on High Point wise. Had a baby. New New York Comic Con's the one you come back to. So I'm feeling like
Probably
you're
New
rolling
York.
your way back into the circuit. What would be
No,
the
probably New York.
probably New York? It's been another fucking year, dude.
Yeah, probably New York. Yeah, no, I have no desire to go to a con. I don't,
But like your locals, you'll go to
not
those,
trying like a
right?
dick, but I don't need to set up. I actually like doing my IG and the eBay sales.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, besides local cons and other stuff that's in my backyard, maybe I'll go to San Francisco Fan Expo end of November.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll be at
Yeah.
I'll rough in mid-November. I will be at Motor City. But yeah, I'll definitely be at C2E2 Daywalker. I've had to make a few promises to a couple different people, and Cover Price is actually having their all employee convention gathering there because a lot of their staff works in Michigan and in Illinois. So we're all gonna be trekking out there. So I will 100% be at C2E2 because
Oh, so you're saying I should try to make it to C2E2?
man, I roll deep with a lot of people, and that's it. It's Cover Price, Rage Theo, and a lot of other people have come after that. So Cover Price was the first people to answer an email from me, and it was mostly like, "Hey, I'm going to do a thing," and they were like, "We can't pay you for that thing," and I'm like, "I don't fucking care. I'm going to do it anyways." So and it's been a perfect relationship ever since. Like, we can't pay you, but if you want to, go ahead. Okay, so that's the way it went. But yeah, I will 100% be at C2E2. So yeah, dude. Yeah. C2E2 is always a blast. Chicago's always good. So I just don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. When is C2E2 next year?
Yeah, let me know. I mean, it has been a while since it has been a while since I went to C2E2.
Last time we went to C2E2, you were with me. That was a very memorable C2E2. That was Acetate Gate C2E2.
Oh God, you had to say that word.
I know, right? That was the last C2E2 we were both at. That was crazy. No, 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 no. We went the year after that, but I didn't get to stay. We went the year after that, but I didn't get to stay. I had to come back because of some things going on with my daughter. Remember? Because that's when Jeff had everything that happened with him.
Oh yeah.
The
So
worst
either way you
fucking
look at
thing.
it, both C2E2s were kind of a shit show. Yeah.
Yeah. In the most bad, memorable kinds of ways. Oh, excuse me, wrong button. In the most bad kinds of memorable ways too, because like it was April Fool's Day, and I still to this day I feel so
I'm like,
freaking
why are
bad.
you messing with us, Jeff?
Yeah, it was. Jeff has something very tragic happen, and I'm pretty sure it was common knowledge, but anyways, I'm not going to throw it out there. But he has something terrible happen, and he wakes up and he's like standing there, and we're all waking up like groggy as hell. It's April 1st. We've all been out hanging out, drinking, doing the things the night before at the con, and Jeff's just there, and he's just like, guys, I have to go home. This thing happened. I'm like, bull fucking shit. Stop with the April Fool's bullshit. And nobody really took him totally seriously. And I really did not take him
Not
seriously.
till he left. Not
And
till he
then
left.
he left, and like people were packing up his shit from the things. And I'm just like, oh my God, he was not
He was
lying.
serious. He was serious.
And I just remembered being a basket case, just like, oh my God. And I totally just like I remember him like looking in a daze, and I remember walking past him to the bathroom, patting him on the shoulder and saying, fuck off. Just thinking he was full of shit because it was April Fool's Day. And I still to this day, I cannot see Jeff without wanting to be like, bro, I'm so sorry. I'm the worst human being alive. I am. I just want to say it every damn time. Oh, it was terrible. Yes, April 11th through 13th. So it's far enough past the
Oh,
April
okay.
1st.
Well, that's a little better.
But that's But it's
And it's
Illinois.
not
We have no
freezing
idea what
then.
we're gonna get. We could be walking into an ice and snowstorm, or we could be, just rainy crud, or it could be decent, in the 50s, 60s. So either way, you need to dress warm, pal.
Oh, actually, I think I was trying to go there anyways because I think Mark Hamill's gonna be there, and I need more
Oh,
signatures.
that would be sick.
I need more signatures from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd do it.
So
I'll wait in that
I
line
think
for you.
I think I actually will go.
Let me look it up.
Oh, and
Yeah.
guys, letting you know, the last day of the con, I actually did bounty hunting. So what that means is I had a few customers of mine reach out saying, "Hey, if any of these books are available, send me photos, let me know. We can make a deal." And I go, "Great." So I actually facilitated on two deals. Um, One for one of our good friends. I'll leave his name out. That was a good deal on a Silver Surfer one and some Golden Age other stuff. And then another deal I facilitated was a Hulk one 6.0.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because this particular person was looking for an X-Men one or a Hulk one.
I thought it
So
was like
I
spouses
went
reaching out
out.
to you saying, "Where the fuck is my spouse?" And like you were going around the convention, like looking for them in your John Wick outfit. I thought that's maybe
No, but the last day
pretty
I
fucking
was
cool.
dressed like John Wick, dude. And dude, I shit you not, I'm going up to I'm going up to every booth. I'm like, "Do you have a Hulk one? Can I see it? Here,
Right?
I'll be in touch. Thank you." I go to the next booth. I'm like, "Do you have a Hulk one?" They're
Best
like,
deals.
"No." They're like, "No, we don't have a Hulk one." Like looking for anything else. I go, "X-Men one?" They go, "No, I don't know an X-Men one." I'm like, "All right, well, I gotta go."
Yep. Yep. No,
Everyone's just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
that's cool, dude. That's cool. And it's good that
No,
you were
yeah, it
able
was
to find a
fun.
couple for the people that couldn't make it there. That's what's hard about conventions. Not everybody can go, and that's what kind of sucks. But I'll definitely get to
I had
see
fun
you
doing
here.
that actually. I'm gonna try to do that a little bit more now when I go.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like I want to find one convention. There's one dude in the community, and it's not to say that there's just one, but there's one guy that you and I go back pretty far with, but just a stellar dude. He's very quiet. He keeps to himself, and it's going to be out California way, Nevada way. But like if Vin is going to a convention, that's my one goal is to make sure that I can get out to a convention that he goes to, because I know we're just going to end up sitting down, getting something to eat,
I think
drinking, and hanging out and talking
it'd
comics.
have to be LA Comic Con, right? I think
I think
that's
so. I think so because I know that's the direction he's out in. I know he debates coming out to San Diego whenever we talk about going out there. But he's just like, bro, I'm not going in. Like, I'll be outside. You find me outside.
Oh, Ryan, you're at NYC. Way to hit me up, bro.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. He was just like, nah,
It's like, nah.
nah, nah. I know he's there. Fuck him.
I'm glad you had a good time though.
Hell yeah. No, that's awesome. And I am definitely jealous. I was peanut butter and jelly seeing all my friends out there, but at the same time too, I do remember it's a grind, it is fun. And it's only fun
Bro,
because you're there with friends. That's the only reason why it's
it's
fun, because you're there with
it's
friends.
great, but it is a grind.
Yeah. And
And you
it's
know what? I didn't even stream this time.
yeah, yeah.
And honestly, I felt a little bit more tired because
Felt a little
honestly, I had stepped up the signature game, right?
yeah,
And I had gotten more vintage this year than I did last year. And I was like, facilitating trades, brokering deals. It was I mean, as you could tell, I'm almost losing my voice.
yeah, yeah.
Think about it, I'm almost losing my voice and I didn't stream. That's how much like talking over the crowd that was there, right? Like just everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
That's also, but knowing the guys that you were there with, especially Guiley, he is 100%. But he is 100% in every line for autographs, every con we've ever gone to. So, like,
Oh yeah.
honestly, whenever it comes to advice for autographs, things like that, I would, and no offense to you, you're my boy, but I would always ask Guiley, like, what's the best pens? Where's the play? Like, when's the best lines to get into?
Oh yeah, I
Like,
borrowed
the
his
guy.
pen.
Yeah, I mean he is the man when it comes to freaking getting autographs and going through, like, he's the grind autograph guy. And yeah, mad respect. Mad respect.
John Wick doesn't talk very much. You
Not
know
very much.
what? John Wick doesn't talk very much when he's working.
So what do you think about the ballerina coming out?
I need to see it first, but it looks good.
Yeah, from what I've heard, premise wise, sounds
When's
cool.
that come out?
I don't know. No idea.
No.
No idea. It's not important
Oh,
to me.
speaking of Keanu, I did pick up a Keanu signed book.
Well, yeah, what's that?
Hold on, let me grab it. It's right
A
here. I
Berserker or
actually did
something? Or like a
a
Bill and Ted?
it's
Actually, you
a
know what? That'd be a kind of
it's
cool one.
it's a Berserker.
I was gonna say it'd be kind of cool.
Bill and Ted would be cool, but I feel like I would want both of them.
Yeah. Well, no, but I know he does
I can't
cons.
have just one.
He does cons. He does cons.
The other guy?
Yeah. Yeah. He
So
gets got.
I did a trade with somebody. This is what I got. So this is the Berserker Omnibus. This is limited, one per store.
Oh, that's
It's
sick.
still sealed. It's signed by Keanu Reeves, Matt Kitt, and Ron Gardney on the interior, page 1.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that.
That's sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can even see it's got the little holes in the seal. That's how you know it's still sealed. There you go.
Damn, dude.
But
That's sick.
super tough book to come by.
Yeah.
And the dealer knew I was like, I'm a fan. I like to collect that type of weird type of stuff. And so he was like, yeah, let's do the trade. Screw it. So I traded him, I think, a couple Pokemon slabs and called it a day.
Wow, dude.
Oh.
That's crazy. But it's cool as shit. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, so
pickups lately.
That's my third Keanu sign thing. One of them courtesy of you.
Well, mine's different. Mine's a little outside of your regular collecting. I just kind of figured, I saw that and just like, when the day comes that he's going to be able to have shit that he can hang behind him in a man cave, it's like, I know at least this will make a wall.
Oh no, that will make the wall. Yeah, no, the John Wicks, this, like, there's gonna be a lot of cool sign stuff on my wall.
I was just like,
don't worry, guys, it won't always be the Indiana Jones bridge forever. Enjoy it while it's here. Enjoy it.
yeah, no. And that's still cool as shit, 100%. No, I just thought it was funny. It was like, one day when my boy gets his man cave, either when all 4 of the kids move out or when he gets a new place for it, that'll make a wall. That'll be a good thing. So yeah.
No raves this weekend. No comment.
And then
what's a rave?
And then after I helped him find that really cool poster, the son of a bitch goes and grabs the X-Men First Class poster off the wall. Our first show afterwards. I'm like, damn it, I missed that one. Had the whole cast signed. That was dope. That was so dope. Very jealous. I'm going to start figuring that out for mine. I've got to rechange my entire office space. I think I'm just.
I think I'm already running out of, like, I'm already envisioning my next room. And I'm like, I don't have enough fucking room.
That's just it, dude. Like, my closet still is full of comic book boxes, right? So I just have to. I am 100% probably going to drop off half of them at the Children's Hospital and just donate them. Because I'm just like, at the end of the day,
nice
too,
of you.
like, I know, but like, we got those to read when Gwen was sick, right? Most of them. And a lot of people donated them to us for Gwen to read when she was sick. And she's read so many of them that it just kind of feels like that kind
that's
of
some karma right there. Yeah.
It just kind of feels like
that's some real comic karma right there.
It just feels like the right thing. So I'm going to be probably that. But the problem is, though, too, as a collector and a 40-year-old man with obviously lots of J. Scott Campbell covers and other things like that, not every single one is meant for a Children's Hospital audience. So I've got to go through and be like, nope. Nope.
Hey, you know what? some of the older, maybe the teenagers in there might appreciate some of those
Well,
covers.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure a few of them would. And
You
the
should be
people,
like, this box should go to the young adult section.
yeah, the young adult section, the 13 and over,
Yeah, yeah, 13, 14 over. Yeah.
PG, parental guidance suggested, PG-13 box. Yeah, I'll definitely keep it that way. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of like Melinda's clients kind of thing, like books as far as things go. But I am. I, sorry, no hate, but just spitting facts. So I have plenty of things that can cut the mustard, but yeah, it's just I was going through it the other day. I'm like, man, my kid was into tons of like Scooby Doo's and
Oh,
Amazing
that's cool.
Spider-Mans and Spider Gwen and and I was into a lot of indies. So my biggest thing isn't necessarily like nudity kinds of things. It's like horror. It's like gore, right? You see, like somebody's telling the
You
children,
you
kids
should see
get
my
something bad.
PC.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
accumulated some really weird. Yeah,
I can't imagine what you've got, but for me in my mind, I'm just like, yep, it's
bro. By the way, I know the one book kind of stole the show in that post,
yeah.
but there's another book I want you to look at on the right side in
Was
the
it Planet
middle.
Comics?
It's not the plan. It's in.
So
It's called
I'm already
Smut
looking. I was
One.
looking earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no, look,
I'll look.
look, look
I'm
on the
going right now.
look on the right hand side,
I'm going
middle
right.
row. I think it's in one of the carousels. So swipe, you'll see it, and you'll see. Oh, and I didn't know. Dave Stevens did nudie covers.
Are you talking about the
The Smut. Everyone's at it. Ryan's going to look now too.
weird,
Watch, look.
weird smut?
Yeah, look at that book, dude. What is
What
that?
the hell? I did not know that. That's some definite.
Mm.
This is the reason why people have questions about us. You know that, right? Like as like out in popular culture, they're kind of like, "Oh, comic book kid."
Ryan, you
And you're like,
saw
"Oh,
that,
you're
bro?
into comic books." And then you realize when you realize as a guy that you're into comic books and you look at things like that, you're like, "Shit. Well, I guess this is a part of why some people would look at us weird if they had known about this book in
You
advance."
saw you saw like the
Oh, I
She-Hulk
saw.
Dracula with the stake in between the
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah, but at the same time, she's not worried about that. She's holding her. I was just like, well, I
I'm
mean,
like, no, and literally, I'm like, $1? How can I not?
no, 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 no.
Dude, I do some of those I found in the dollar bin. I go and look, they're like 40, $60 books. I'm like, do I say anything? Do I just go? No, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I'll take it, sure. Then.
But at the
I'm
same
like,
time,
what?
too, though,
What is this doing in the dollar bin right now?
you are able to sell those books. So even so, I've seen you at plenty of sales. Like we'll be like, guys, this is just going to go for this, right? Like you're going to cap it because I know some people don't have a problem with and it's something we've discussed at nauseum, and maybe one day we're going to need to do an episode on it, as you've alluded to. But I mean, some people are fine to let something just go for whatever the fuck it goes for. But I know I've seen instances as well too where you'd be on something and be like, no, we're stopping it here. Like, no, that's it. That's like, no, this isn't worth that. I'm going to throw in this. I'm going to add that to it. But guys, you know, keep it in check as far as things
Oh,
go.
don't get me started on the eBay lives and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
didn't want to
mean,
talk
right?
about it, bro.
We can save it for next week, maybe. I don't know. It's a question because
I'm
there's
done with those fucking packs. I don't want to talk about it. I got a lot of friends on both sides, and you know what? I fucking hate those packs.
it's
Fucking hate those packs, bro. I hate
as a
those
guy
fucking packs.
that has none of them, I can say it does it bothers me. It's not. I don't know how. I mean, I get it. It's getting people to buy comics, but
Look,
is it getting
like
new
I had a
people
good
to buy
time with my
comics?
mystery packs on whatnot, and that's great. I'm glad that they sent it to people, and so people were able to make some change.
Yep.
However, um, the fuck are you guys doing? Come on, man.
No, I agree.
I'm sorry. Half the pricing that people are getting for these, like, just stop it, dude. Just stop.
Well, I mean, even the peaches,
Just stop. I've sold
even the,
exclusives.
even
I've
the
learned my
peaches, bro.
lessons. I've sold exclusives in the past. I've learned my lessons. Fuck, I've been made my own exclusive. However, it gets to a certain point where you have to really look from the outside in, look at yourself in the fucking mirror and be like, you know what? Maybe there's like a better way to do this. Maybe there's a better way to do this, you know?
Yeah,
I think that once people look at books, for example, look at this fucking thing. Uh, Great book. Pain in the ass to get. It was selling for 4 or 500 that day.
yeah,
This book is now 2 to 250. Okay.
makes no sense.
Imagine all the people that were dropping 5 bills on this thing. $600.
Yeah,
It's it's I can't say it's good for the hobby, right? I'm sure people are getting burnt. It's already tough right now in the economy and in the marketplace of comics alone. So I don't know. I don't know why more sellers don't tell people what the price of something is, and they just let them keep fucking bidding.
yeah,
That's my
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
And it's an auction. People are going to do what they want to do, but I don't know. Maybe a seller doesn't have the responsibility to tell his audience that that's the limit. Maybe he does. I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Am I fucking crazy?
I mean, nobody's putting a gun to their head. We've had that conversation before. Nobody's forcing
I
a
mean, you're
person
supposed
to,
to be 18 plus to
but
use those apps.
at the same time, too, if these are your buyers and this is your base, at the same time, I understand some people want to just support, but at the same time, too, I feel like there comes some duty in that as well, where it's to your base to be like, guys, chill the fuck out. Like, is that like whatever it is? Like, this is
Dude,
a
there's
buy it now. I
plenty
almost
of
feel like there's
stream.
super in
There's
demand to be a
plenty of
buy it now
streams
kind of.
I've done where I'm selling a great book and it's worth like 200 and it's going for 400, and I'm telling people to stop. I feel like they keep bidding because I'm saying stop. Actually,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, but at least I'm putting the
But you got to be
PSA
able to apply
announcement
some
there.
breaks, it's I don't know. I just feel like there's some responsibility in that too. We've talked ad nauseum about this, even before, well before everything that just happened with this. You've brought it up with me on numerous occasions. Like, did you see this? I'm like, oh god, it's just like, where the hell did that come from? And I do
This is why I
feel
really
like,
like claim sales, to be honest.
yeah, exactly, right. Like,
It just had
this
an
is what,
amazing one last week. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna do another one and we'll keep playing around with eBay for a little bit. But yeah, you know what? I like the lane I'm in. I'm just gonna stay in it.
yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. And I like eBay more, anyways, because
Okay, Mike, and this isn't an attack, but you hit the red one. What does that mean, Mike?
what is he talking
Red.
about?
I
Oh,
don't
the
know
packs.
the mystery pack. Is that the red foil? Like, is that the rarest one? What does it sell
Oh,
for? What did you get? How about, like, you got to give me more than this, bro. I need to know. Give me the
yeah.
details. Oriana, how are you? Appreciate that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's I don't know. Some you gotta if you're either in this for the long term, you act like you gotta act like if you're in it for the short term, then yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want, right?
Yeah, and that's just it though too. I do feel
Just
like
do whatever the fuck you want. If you're
it
not
it,
in this for the long run, fuck it.
it feels like, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a fuck it. It does
All
feel
right,
like a
yeah,
fuck
and Mike, that's
it.
great. So it's like, okay, so let's remember what it's sold for now. Let's take a look at that book in 1 month.
1 in 42 packs for it. One in
Yeah.
42.
Yeah. So let's take a look at that book in 1 month because you can take a look at the X-Men 97 packs right now. Remember what those were selling for when they came out? Go look at that right now.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to know because I don't know. We'd have to do some digging on that data to see what it was selling for when it came out and what it's at now.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. And at the same time, as long as people are, I get that people are having fun. The people that are participating are the people that have the money for it. I 100% understand those things. I'm just not sure where it fits in the overall collecting hobby, if it's just super niche, but I feel like it drives so many other different prices, for what then people are then using to base off regular sales from things like that. I feel like, yeah, these books have no merit or value. I do,
I can't
Dave.
say they
I
have
can,
no merit and no value. Marvel did back it, and it's clearly worth something. But whether it's worth what people are paying for right now, hopefully, I just hope they're happy with it, and I hope that when they go and look back at the value, that if it goes down, they still like it. Hey, the same thing's happening with vintage, right? So it's not like everything is untouchable.
yeah,
Um, I guess my major problem is that at least the vintage has some type of an established
market.
market and
Yeah,
history,
yeah,
right? And these moderns are just clearing most most vintage books go for, and they just came out a second ago. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand
Marvel would back a Dead Seal if I paid them to put their logo in it.
it.
Probably, probably,
Well, probably.
probably. But Ill brings
Probably.
up a good thing here. Thinking about a new collector, if they buy a $500 book and find out it's $50 later, will they continue to collect? Is it, at what point does the supporter turn into the quick burnout? Right? Is this person
Well,
a
then, and I
long
have to
term?
ask the supporter because I'll show my collection. It's got a lot of weird shit. Not everything's a grail by it. Too. Some of my favorite books cost $2 and they're worth like 10.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but what I
Dude,
want
I
to
collected
ask
down
most
13. I get it.
what I want to ask most of these supporters is there are these books going in that collection? Do these people take note of what the people they're supporting are buying? Because I bet you these people aren't putting those same books in their collection,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
take a
Good
step back
perspective.
and take a look, you know? Take a
Yeah,
step back and take a look, guys.
yeah. No, I don't disagree. It is a to each their own. Everybody collects their own way. We've got a lot of different. Obviously, we were just bringing up the fact that now bondage is identified on on DVD slabs and things.
Well,
It's so prevalent.
it's the most sellable comic
Yeah,
is Bondage, yeah.
I didn't even know that. I had no idea. I mean, but then again, I do think of Wonder Woman comics. I don't necessarily think of them as bondage, but when you look at them, yeah, they're bondage. I mean,
No, but
okay,
what's the major talking point when selling it, right? Like, or
yeah,
you see it on a slab, what's the
bondage
keynote?
cover boys, bondage covers. Um,
Yeah, so it's a thing.
this is one of those things where we're kind of having a little bit of like the awakening.
Like, oh, we're a bunch of weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
some more than others. We're walking around the cons. And we're like, now we're gonna start pretty much placing bets. Like, wonder what they have in their collection. I bet they've got a lot of bondage over there. Oh yeah, the leather daddy in the corner. I bet he does too. You know, but it's yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think, but it's, yeah, that's appealing for people's fetishes, not FOMO. No, I do agree. There's definitely some FOMO involved in it, but at the same time, too, I do believe that there is FOMO in every marketplace, and I do believe FOMO has um, a major stake in success of any business or brand. I don't believe that FOMO is bad. I believe it gets easily abused by certain people. I believe that anybody can be an abuser of a good thing. And I do believe FOMO is especially for a country based on capitalism, it isn't the Antichrist. I think it's the
I
people
mean, I
that
think
do
there's
it.
FOMO in everything.
Yeah, there
Even
is.
the vintage. I mean, think about it. There had to have been some FOMO. I mean, just drop the freaking horror collection. I'm doing a horror sale. Like, hey,
Do the
it's
do,
around
dude.
Halloween. I mean, I mean, dude, I have FOMO every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, I
I
saw
drink
one of the parents
I
at
drink
school this.
aviation gin.
Bro, I saw one of the parents I'm friends with at school today. Dropped my kids off at school, and he's drinking a Starbucks, and I'm like, man, I really want a Starbucks. Like, I get
Right?
FOMO
It,
every day.
it's a thing,
I'm
but
like, give me a
it
fucking
becomes an
coffee.
abuse. Yeah, it just becomes to the point to where what is abusive, and I do think some people do take advantage of it. I do think that some people do. I think that some people get blamed for it when all they're doing is just pointing something out. They're not actually marketing it. But I do believe, especially when it comes to auction things, that is it scares me sometimes, because you just see a person, you see a person that can potentially be getting really wiped out on the hobby really fast.
Ryan, that's the
Or,
problem, Ryan. Is that right there? I mean, there's a lot of people that, no names, but there's a lot of people that have reached out to me after um buying with me on eBay or
did we just lose Theo? I think we just lost Theo. We lost me too for a minute there. I think the internet just kicked us both off. Chad, are you still here? Hopefully Theo's not just talking to himself. Now that's chaos. Yeah. Welcome to apparently it looks like StreamYard just went down. I know, right? Everybody, if anybody asks, tell Theo it was his post on Instagram. The guy's kicked off. Okay.
what the heck just happened?
I think StreamYard went down for a second because it kicked us both off. We both just disappeared. There was a moment a minute ago where I disappeared. I hadn't left. It actually kicked me out of the room, and I was here.
Must be triggering a lot of people right
I
now.
think YouTube is probably just like, those 9 people in the room are getting a little bit too rowdy with the guys at Comics and Chaos.
Oh, are there 9 in here? I didn't even know. I thought there was just Ryan.
Yeah. It was just like all of a sudden, Phil. I was just like, okay. I was coming back. Actually, I came back, and I was just like, because last time you were here, so I'm like, I was going to apologize. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm the only one here. Like, hey guys, did Theo go too?
Yeah, maybe
like,
we'll go live on Instagram right after this.
It was fucking Sticky Goose. I knew it. It was 100%.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. Oh yes. Shout out to Sticky Goose, the man that got murdered recently.
Oh. Has somebody filed a police report on that poor man? Because
he actually came back and started making videos, and now he's doing comic book reviews. He's being a nice individual now. I guess he learned talking shit for no reason, or when you don't know what you're talking about, is a bad idea.
Yeah, no shit. No, Dave, you're not garbage.
Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah, no.
No, you're not garbage, Dave. Okay, you're minimum a 9.6. Okay, minimum
9.6, brother.
Off-white pages, of course, but
if it were me, it would be pale blue pages, because if anything, I'm just white as fuck. But yeah, it's the cremated foul. Yeah, that was brutal. It was brutal, whatever it was, and it's good to see him still, trying to pivot. It's nice to see when
bro. You know what? Have we talked about this? We haven't even talked.
You and I talked about it at
no, but we haven't talked about it live, have we?
No. We missed the show.
All right, real quick, because it was a while ago. If you guys haven't watched it, you got to watch it. But yeah, Comic Tom and Sticky Goose had a live show together, and that man, Sticky Goose, that man got cooked.
Yeah, it was rough.
That man, I have never seen somebody so. Did he just get kicked again?
No, I'm here. I'm letting my cat out.
Oh, okay. But no, that man completely got obliterated. On every level.
Yeah.
His chat turned against him. Regardless of what he says, his wife pulled the internet cord, and
but at the same time too, Tom was prepared. Tom knows
somebody did their homework, and somebody talked out of their ass.
Yeah, Tom is a professional. Tom knows what he's talking about. I've had the opportunity to meet Tom a couple of times. Obviously, you know him a lot more closely than I do, but he's always been kind. He's always been professional, and in every single way, shape, or form. He's easy to state actual facts, right? Like, he's actually able to back up what he's talking about. And that's what's really a fantastic conversation to have with an intelligent person, not just somebody who's just baselessly beating something to death. So yeah, what happened? What was the fight about? Yeah, yeah, and honestly, it was more comics and gain more subscribers. Can we talk less about comics and gain more subscribers? That was pretty much, I think, Sticky's philosophy, and it kind of came back to bite him. Goose collects trade paperbacks, not comics. Really? I guess I just don't know that much about him, to be honest.
And
Perhaps
you know what?
always just seeing memes.
Maybe I'm a little fired over it because for some reason I've never mentioned his name. I've never talked to him, but the fucker has me blocked.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
I'm like
Yeah,
anybody that
he was
blocks me
somebody.
and doesn't like we don't talk from okay, I can tell you right now it's more than likely because he's probably a non-paid piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, but
And
you
I know he had a
usually
lot of
block those guys
issues. Well, I
too.
know he had a lot of issues with Elite Comics 11 too, with
Oh
regards to
yeah,
some
yeah,
buying stuff, right?
yeah.
So
Maybe he was just
it
blocked.
wouldn't fool me because when you block somebody and it says block all other associated accounts,
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if he was on a bot account messing with claim sales.
yeah, could have been.
Can't prove it, but
Yeah,
you have me blocked, you son of a bitch. Or
doesn't
I
have me
have you
blocked,
blocked.
but I haven't really gotten to piss off a lot of people yet.
All
Give me
right.
time. Give me time.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we never talked. I'm just saying.
No, no, I don't disagree. But brother, it's been a fantastic night. It's about 11 o'clock here on the East Coast.
Time for bed.
Yeah, yeah. It's time for old man time. I should have been in bed around the time the nightly news came on. And it is well over now. So the street lights are on. It's way past Phil's bedtime. It's like what it feels like being over 40.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Always
Absolutely,
a pleasure.
dude. Absolutely. And guys, we are working.
We'll see you next week.
It has been bonkers. We apologize. We've never been really great at being religious with our times and dates, but we do have some really cool stuff going on. We both have just had a lot of life happening this last year, so we do apologize for being irregular, but we'll be around. We promise. We're not going anywhere. Unfortunately for you, we're not going anywhere, suckers.
You're not stuck with me.
Let everybody know where you'll be at this week if you got anything going on, Theo.
Well, I have a massive eBay live sale I'm doing on Saturday.
Nice.
I think that's going to be probably about a 4 to 6 hour show. And then I might do an Instagram live sale Friday before that, but I'm not too sure. But otherwise, just chilling. Yeah.
Sounds good. I think. Oh no, I know I've got plans this week and I just don't remember what they are yet. So I'm going to take that as a good sign. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to call your parents and say hello. And while you're doing so, tell your mom I said hi. And
Later, guys.
We will see you next time.